Here's a few more just personal takes I have on it, and one thing that's just so fucked up. First thing, let me see if I can find it. Have you guys seen, everyone in chat, have you seen the old Henry Ruggs tweet? It is absolutely insane. Well, number one, I didn't even know this. Kadarius Toney tweeted out, wow. Go to Kadarius Toney's Twitter. I cannot fucking believe he still has this up. I just noticed this right now, boys, as I was doing a little bit of research on this. Kadarius Toney, what the fuck are you doing? As far as horrible takes go, I have to throw this at the top of the list.
Just the like, it's great he said pray for all the families involved, but just to say, why would you say we young? That is not a fucking excuse. That's the worst thing. Like that, you start off with we young.
I literally don't have a comment on this. I cannot believe he still has this up. If I am the Giants owner or anyone, holy fuck, I am in his ear right now.
Oh my God, dude. And it's still up.
I'm praying that then he tweeted this out when the only news was that Henry Ruggs charged in a DUI. Because the first thing that was announced in the headlines, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't think he deserves it at this point because all the news is out now. This is quite literally the worst take I've ever seen in my whole life. We young, everybody makes mistakes. You guys are looking at the situation like it's this or that because it ain't you. Having so much to say, he knows he messed up. Don't drag him for it. That's goofy to me. Just pray for the families involved. I have never seen someone so unbelievably tone deaf and out of touch with accountability in my whole life. Have you ever even heard of the word accountability? Kadarius Toney, this is the worst fucking take I have ever seen. I'm giving him the benefit. No, I'm not giving him the benefit of the doubt. He turned off his own replies. This has got to be the dumbest shit I've ever seen. 587 retweets. I hope every single person retweeted it was retweeting it ironically. Like, wow, look at this fucking idiot. Look at this dumbass. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. This was 5 hours after Schefter tweeted out about the fact that someone died, he was drunk, and he was going 156. So it was known that someone died and that he was going 156 miles per hour. Good God.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
What are you thinking? No. I couldn't disagree with every single thing in this statement more. I will agree that you are young. There is nobody on planet Earth who does not know that drunk driving is illegal. There's not a person on planet Earth. And this will actually lead me directly into a segment that I really wanted to talk about, and that's just drunk driving in general. And I'll just be honest, Chase, me and you, we know people who have drunk driven before.
Yeah.
I have seen it happen before. Mm-hmm. And I think I see a lot of the same comments on Instagram and on Twitter about this Henry Ruggs situation. And the first comment I always see, it's just Uber, or you know, the NFL actually has its own drunk driving program where you can call 24/7 and a driver will pick you up and take you somewhere you need to go, okay? And I actually think that is the incorrect take, because the people that me and you know that have drunk driven, or people that have just drunk whatever, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Has it ever been about literally needing to get somewhere? Because in my opinion, it never has. It's never been about getting the Uber. It's never been about getting someone to drive you. It's just they want to fucking do it because they want to be irresponsible and they want to do some reckless shit.
That's cool.
Henry Ruggs lives in a mansion. Henry Ruggs knows he can afford an Uber. He knows he could call these people and get a DD. He doesn't give a fuck. And that is why he was driving 156 miles per hour. All right, if he was drunk driving going 70, you could try to make the case that he really had to get somewhere. He really needed to be somewhere and he had to drive himself. He was driving the speed limit, trying his hardest not to get pulled over. That's clearly not what's happening. He was playing Street Racer GTA in the middle of a real street because he was hammered as shit and he wanted to. And you guys will notice this in your life. If you ever know someone who has drunk driven, or if you've been around someone who is drunk driven, they don't give a shit. They don't care how easy it is for a sober person to drive them. They don't care how easy it is to wait 5 minutes for an Uber. They want to do it because it's reckless and it's going to feed whatever urge they're having right now. And I think it's actually why I don't like the tweets and the Instagram comments that say just Uber, bro. You could have someone drive you, hire a chauffeur. I actually think that doesn't ever solve the problem, because people who are drunk driving are not doing it out of necessity by and large. I genuinely believe that, because everybody knows how to, in this day and age, if you have a phone, you know how to get a ride. You could call so many people. The way that we have to turn this around, this whole drunk driving situation, you have to stop perpetuating the stereotype that doing incredibly dangerous, selfish, reckless shit when you're drunk is cool. I think that's it. Why the fuck else is Henry Ruggs basically drag racing 150 156 miles per hour at a BAC above 0.161 on a public street because he fucking wants to, because he thinks it's hilarious. What, does he have to get home so bad that he needs to drive 156 miles per hour? I don't believe that for a second.
Driving that fast sober is fucking
That's what I'm
stupid.
saying. Absolutely.
So let alone a 0.16, that's fucking ridiculous.
Good God.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Do not tell me that his pinned tweet.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at.
Someone in my chat just said Henry Ruggs' best friend died in a car crash. It's his pinned tweet.
And that's why I just pulled this up, because I'm pretty sure that's what this is.
Can you click on that? Check the comments. See if people are saying that. Why did his girl and people he was with let him drive? Trust me, you cannot stop unless you physically restrain. Someone who wants to drunk drive cannot be stopped from doing it. Not to mention, there is an old tweet. Have you seen this, Chase?
What one?
This is fucking insane. And this has been deleted.
Oh, yeah,
Unless anybody can find the
that.
link, this has been deleted. There's an old tweet from 2 years ago. It is Henry Ruggs' girlfriend tweeting out about a night out that she had. It went something to the extent of this, and it has been deleted, so I'm trying to paraphrase as best I can. Look at this. This is still up. I believe a reason a lot of this stuff is still up that looks so bad for Henry Ruggs is because he's probably not on his phone right now. He's probably been advised by people not to be on his phone. Look at how fucking haunting this is, okay? So the tweet is from Henry Ruggs' girlfriend. She says, a party night in town with the gang. I pray every time I get in that red thing. And she is speaking about getting in a car with Henry Ruggs driving it. She prays every time she gets in the car with Henry Ruggs. This is from 3 years ago. Well, 2 years ago. Okay. So foreshadowing a little bit. It's so sad to know that this was public to everyone. He's basically bragging about drunk driving. 3 laughing emojis. I am a very safe driver. Isn't this insane? It's still up.
Yeah, I can't believe it's still up, honestly.
Nope, because he's not on his Twitter right now.
Yeah, you would think
he's like
fucking
inebriated. He's
think
very injured.
his fucking-
He's very injured, and she's going through severe surgery. She's going through like an intense arm surgery.
You would think he's got to have a manager or something. But at this point, it's ain't.
You can't do damage control. He's going to prison.
Yeah,
I mean,
really
if anything,
curious
I'm
to
glad
see.
it's up because the prosecution's going to be able to use this. I'm very happy that the prosecution can use this, actually. What is more crazy about this is sometimes in the media, you see something horrible happening you're so frustrated about, but then the person goes to prison for the rest of their life, or they get the death penalty, and you never hear about him again. You never see him again. Henry Ruggs is going to be back out in the streets in probably less than 10 years.
Yeah.
Presumably me and you will still be alive, just hanging out. And Henry Ruggs will get out.
At the end of the day, they're gonna they're gonna try and get him, but at the end of the day, they just want fucking money.
What do you mean?
Just the court in general. He's got such deep pockets. I mean, I think they'll give him.
That's why they set his bail to $150K.
Yeah,
they knew he was gonna pay in a heartbeat.
I think he should. I mean, he should get a fat sentence, but realistically,
you can't get more than 20.
Yeah,
you legally cannot get more than 20 for this offense.
That's ridiculous.
Isn't that crazy? He won't get a job after prison. I think he will. He certainly will find something to do. Look at Carr's interview and pinned tweet. I will empathize with people who are close to Henry Ruggs.
Right.
I do empathize with how those people feel and how they are giving him support. I am not close to Henry Ruggs. I will not be giving him support. But I will say, if you guys are outraged at people like Derek Carr for offering their support to Henry Ruggs, think of it this way. Is there anything that a close family member or your best friend could do that would make you actually hate them, that would make you stop supporting them? So I'll be honest, Chase, if someone told me you did just about anything, I think I would support you regardless.
Right.
I don't think it would matter to me. And that's just how it works. Same with my mom, my dad. If someone said my mom or my dad did something, I literally wouldn't care. I would support them no matter what. I think a lot of people are like that. So I'm really not that mad or upset with Derek Carr saying he would be there for Henry Ruggs.
Yeah, that's pretty much all.
That's
That's pretty much what he
like,
said. Yeah.
Yeah, that is what he said. He said, you know, no one's gonna be loving him right now, so I'm gonna be there to love him, you know, when he needs it the most. Right. I empathize with that.
Yeah.
If my brothers, my family, you, any of my close friends, something horrible like this happened, I would be in their corner. I'm not going to turn on my friend like that. You say if someone drunk drove and killed someone, I would not be able to forgive them. If it was your parent, if it was your dad, would you be able to forgive them? King Grade said, when it's this blatant and irresponsible, don't you think it should be able to be bumped up to a murder charge? No, it's not possible. Murder implies a few things, but the main thing murder requires a few things. Depends if it's first degree, second degree, or third degree murder. But no matter what, it requires intent. First degree murder is premeditated. So that's you plan to kill someone, you go and buy a gun 8 hours before, you drive to their house, you map it out, you go and shoot them. That is first degree premeditated murder. Second degree murder is basically what you'd call provoked murder. So you're walking on the street, some guy's being an asshole, he shoves you to the ground, so you pull out your gun and shoot him. You had no right to do that.
Right.
But you didn't premeditate it. You don't know the person. Third degree is intent, but not intentional. You could be charged for negligent intent. For example, you and a person are standing near a large staircase and you get into a fight and you shove them super hard. They fall off the railing, break their neck, and die. You would get third-degree murder for that because it was negligent of you to get in a fight and push them. You intended to cause harm. You just didn't intend to kill them. Henry Ruggs will get a DUI manslaughter because he was driving recklessly under the influence. He at no point had intent to kill someone. That's just how I'm not saying that's how it should be. I'm just saying that's how the law works. And that is what's going to happen. How long is he on bail? Courts are notoriously incredibly slow. I don't think we're going to get real news for a while.
This could take fucking years.
It will take years.
Yeah.
I would be willing to bet that we will not get a verdict for the trial of Henry Ruggs for at least a year and a half. It is horrendous.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys knew this. My dad's a lawyer. He tells me about this shit all the time. It is so frustrating. My dad will just sit here and he'll tell me about a case. I'll be like, hey, what happened with that case? He'll be like, oh, it's not going to trial for 9 months.
Right.
I'm like, excuse me? So the person you just told me about is just sitting fucking around with their dick in their hand for 9 months? That's exactly what's going to happen here. There is no doubt that's going to happen here. Yeah, and there's a dog in the car. That makes it extra sad, dude. Makes it so extra sad. I think a ton of people don't understand court. A lot of people don't understand court. Court is incredibly confusing.
Yeah, dude.
The reason court is very confusing is because in the U.S., you have more rights than almost any country. That is why. There are a lot of countries where Henry Ruggs could have just been shot to death on the spot by the governing body and nobody would ask any questions. We have things like double jeopardy where you can't be tried for this. Here's a fun fact. There's no double jeopardy in, let's say, Costa Rica. This is true. Meaning you could get tried indefinitely for the same crime over and over and over and over.
Really?
You
I
could
did
commit
not know
one
that.
crime and they could perpetually fuck you in the ass if they wanted to.
Oh my God.
How insane is that? So
that's fucking tough.
one of the liberties of living in the United States is your rights are protected and everybody gets a fair and just trial, as they call it. Everyone is entitled to a fair and just trial. Downside of that is there are a whole lot of criminals and a whole lot of people that go through the judicial system. And it is slow. So unbelievably slow. Jacob says he's going to get multiple charges, but a lot of times people serve multiple sentences concurrently. The problem is he can only be charged for DUI manslaughter once because there's only one offense because he only killed one person. That's the problem. Well, it's not a problem. I'm misspeaking on that. It is very good that there wasn't 4 people in the car, let's say, because he very well could have killed 4 people. But if you were to commit an offense against 4 people, you could be tried concurrently for 4 different offenses. So if there, for example, this has happened before. Someone's drunk driving, they crash into a SUV full of people, and then they get tried concurrently for all 5 people that were in the SUV. And that's how you get a big sentence for something like this. But I think that entire thing is fucking stupid because Henry Ruggs and how negligent he was, it's irrelevant how many people were in the other car, right? The same thing would have happened. It would have just been worse if there were more people in the car, but that doesn't change what Henry Ruggs was doing. He was negligent in the exact same way either way. The law is basically saying if there are 3 people in the car, Henry Ruggs could go to jail for a maximum of 60 years. But since there was only one person in the car, he can go for a maximum of 20. What the fuck? That just doesn't make any sense. Henry Ruggs has no control over how many people are in the other car. He's just being negligent anyway. So I don't know. That's never made a lot of sense to me. DJ said there was a 16-year-old in Texas a while ago. He went to trial for 3 years. Then at 18 was out underage drinking again while on probation. Dude, I know that's the exact case I'm talking about. I was literally just looking at this kid's case. I know exactly who you're talking about, bro. Yes, he's like the poster child for it because he killed like 4 people, but he was tried as a minor. So he got off in like a year and a half. It was horrible. Z-Money says Ruggs is out on bail right now. My guess is he'll get a mental health check in 9 months. I don't even see this getting a verdict until 2023. I agree it won't get a verdict until 2023, but I don't see him getting a mental health check. There's absolutely no reason to believe that he was not in... There's no reason to believe that mental disorders were at play here. He was just inebriated from alcohol. Can he get another charge for the dog or something? He deserves more time. Dude, I agree. I don't think you can get a charge for the dog.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Like, at all. I don't even think it's illegal, actually, as fucked up as that sounds. If you're driving your car and a dog runs out in front of you and you hit it, I actually don't think that's illegal.
Well, I mean, yeah, in that situation, I mean, you can't do anything. It's like a deer runs out in front of you and you hit it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, if there's a dog on the sidewalk and you intentionally hit it, then I'm assuming something.
Oh, intentionally.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
That's probably reckless endangerment, or I think there's a crime called something. It's like there's a big word and then against animals. I don't know what it's called though. Someone who's better in law can help me out with that one. What famous person doesn't own a gun? I agree with you. I think the prosecution will just try to get extra years tacked on because he had a gun. I don't think him having a gun is surprising. What's crazy about this story to me too is so many people do this. Henry Ruggs is the shining example of why you shouldn't, but it's not like this is the first time he's done it. He's made that clear on Twitter, and I'm sure he is one of many people that he knows, and one of probably many NFL, NBA, and random people you know on the street who have done this. You just never hear of a story this bad and with this much media coverage. Z-Money said if his mental health was bad and hypothetically there was evidence that depression led to the negligence, the sentence can be shorter. The defense attorney is going to play every card he has. You're probably right, but he'd have to prove that beforehand. He can't get evaluated by a mental health professional. What do they call it? Post facto or something like that. I don't know what it's called. My dad used to teach me all this stuff.
I mean, they're going to try and literally do anything.
Oh, they're going to pull everything out of the bag. Yeah. If OJ fucking Simpson could get off of what he had, I'm sure they're going to pull some shit out of the bag.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't become a meme, dude, because OJ Simpson became a meme. And that shit's kind of sad, honestly. I think it's funny. Right. Like, I do think it's funny now because I never lived through it.
Yeah.
But how weird is it going to be like 10 years now for us? Like, if Henry Ruggs is like a meme, like, haha, Henry Ruggs is out of prison. It's just going to be weird. With Henry Ruggs, he's been known to go out party and get drunk. The dude always does this. Now he's facing the consequences. This dude said, dude, you're smoking weed. He's facing a minimum of 2 and a max of 46. The charges are 1 felony DUI resulting in death and 1 felony DUI resulting in bodily harm. You can't get charged for 1 felony DUI resulting in death and a felony DUI resulting in bodily harm. Unless you're saying his own girlfriend is gonna put the charge for bodily harm on him. There's only one person harmed that's not Henry Ruggs, and it's the Tina Tantor girl. You're right about the felony DUI resulting in bodily harm, but he's not gonna get charges pressed on him by his own girlfriend unless the prosecution can use that anyway. I don't know enough to tell you that. And you know what, Choppa? I actually hope you're right. I would hope you're right. If he can go behind bars for 46 years, what is going to be horrible is if he doesn't get a big sentence. And this is such, like, everybody knows about this story. Everybody knows about this story. You can in the state of Nevada? Well, I sure hope so. That's amazing. Domestic animals are considered property, at least in California. A driver who hits and injures, kills a dog is damaging property. I don't think they'd give you jail time, though. Has Ruggs apologized? Ruggs likely won't make a statement for a long time. Ruggs is not, this is also super annoying, but Ruggs is not going to make a statement until 800 different lawyers have told him exactly what to say. The first statement you hear from Henry Ruggs is going to be a typed out, edited, reviewed lawyer document.
He'll pretty much just read a fucking piece of paper.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know who else is going to do that same shit? Kadarius Toney. Take that Kadarius Toney tweet and juxtapose it with whatever tweet he comes out with next, apologizing. They will not look the same. One is written by an 80-year-old lawyer and one is written by Kadarius Toney. I cannot believe he said that.
That's fucking ridiculous.
That is so dumb. That is the worst take of all time. Here, can you pull up the Kadarius Toney tweet? And he turned off replies. This is what we're, just for reference, this is what we're talking about here. Kadarius Toney tweeted this out 5 hours after. This is after Schefter tweeted out that a woman was killed, Ruggs was driving 156 miles per hour, and he was absolutely under the influence of alcohol. I really don't want to even read it again. Do you genuinely believe this? I'm hoping. I've already said this, boys, but I'm going to say it again. Giving him the benefit of the doubt. How can you be this dumb? Is probably the best way I could put it, right? I mean...
Yeah. I mean, it's so...
You like, really have that opinion?
It's such a mind fuck. And for it to especially be up still is fucking ridiculous. How does he not have a teammate, a coach, a family member, like being like, bro, what are you doing here?
Click on the quote tweets. I wonder if any of his
What
teammates,
are you doing?
Because you can't reply, so you can only quote tweet. Yeah, probably everyone just telling him he's a fucking idiot.
Erase this tweet, you idiot. This ain't it, dipshit.
I know this is like beating a dead horse, but Kadarius Toney, if that was your dad who just got killed because a drunk driver just rammed into him, or your mom, or your cousin, or anybody close to you, would you actually be on Twitter saying everybody makes mistakes? Would you go and forgive the person who killed your significant other because everybody makes mistakes?
Yeah, I mean, he's just getting absolutely shit on this whole thing. This is ridiculous. Yeah.
Jeremiah said, hey, Papa, do you think Madden will take Ruggs out of the game like they did? Dude, if Ruggs isn't out of the game tomorrow morning, I would be shocked out of my mind. My mind would be blown if he is not out of the game tomorrow morning. There is no doubt in my mind that EA is already on it. As a Raiders fan, yeah, I'm honestly started a Raiders fan. Raiders fans are having a bad year.
Yeah.
Having a bad media year.
Yeah, for sure.
Really bad media year. To wrap it up, it is going to be a long time until we get a verdict on Henry Ruggs. I think everybody, especially right now, just tell me how long Henry Ruggs is going to prison for. That's all anybody wants right now. And I want it too, but I hope you guys are ready to buckle your seatbelts and hang on for a slow slow ride. No pun intended, because this is going to take so fucking long.
Yeah,
It's so
I don't see it.
frustrating.
I don't see it coming to a close anytime soon. That's for damn sure.
All right, boys. Kadarius Toney, delete your tweet. Fucking idiot.
Yeah, no shit. Jesus Christ.